No problems.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to our team call. We just hit record. We are going to bring the heat. All right, so let's start with a little bit of
All right.
Let me share my screen. I swear I haven't been drinking. I swear.
Maybe we should have.
Maybe we should have. All right, are you ready?
I don't know if you know this, but you only get one life. One shot. One chance. And so many people die with regrets. Is that going to be you? Getting to your final days of life, your final breaths of life. Realizing you're about to die with your dreams. Because you never put in the work in making those dreams come true. That you're never going to meet the greatest you. Because you wasted so much of your life not doing the things that you said you were going to do. Don't get to those final breaths wishing you had more time. I get it, the path may be lonely. The path might not be perfect. Some of us, I know we hide our struggles behind smiles. Some of us, we crying in the car before we walk into our house and nobody knows our struggle. But I'm just here to take this moment to tell you that there's more to your life. So don't you ever back down when your back's against the wall. It matters how many times you get back up.
Hello?
Not how many times you fall. It's about your mentality. What's the point of dreaming a dream if you're not working to turn that dream into reality? So speak life into your life. Be your own motivation. A legend? It's just an ordinary person with extraordinary determination. So please, find a way or make one. Because at the end, you just regret the chances you didn't take. So find the courage to take one. Your only limit is you. Don't surrender to your struggle. Make that thing surrender to you. Listen, pain is temporary. Losses is temporary. Setbacks are temporary. But giving up is forever. So never be good with good enough when you know inside you live someone better. You didn't come this far just to settle. You didn't come this far just to accept whatever. You came this far to take it to your next level. You came this far to become something greater. And what makes it even more special is that you didn't depend on favors. Is that you did it with plenty haters. But as you can see, it doesn't matter who doubts your life when your life is highly favored. So rise business for your dreams, for your family, for your life, for your community, for this world. Don't you ever stop working. And always remember this. When the destination is worth reaching, the path won't always be perfect. So you take care of your business, don't let haters in your business, and you make the world respect your business. Broken crayons still color. Like I tell you in every single video, it all starts with you. Let's. It's rehab time. Let's get it. Thank you so much.
Okay, you guys. I don't know, man. If that guy doesn't like set your soul on fire, I don't know what will. Okay, one, he's like beautiful to look at and amazing to listen to, but like he's just like he brings so much fire. So the whole point of that is just to like,
Oh God.
if you have goals, you guys, like you gotta attack them. before we get started, Lauren's going to take us off. But before we get started, I don't see. Oh, there she is. Okay, Alicia Mills is brand new to Empower Her Legacy. Like 2 days into Empower Her Legacy, and she's on team call, and she is committing to Team Cup.
Hello, everyone.
Yay! Welcome. And officially tomorrow, you guys, Alicia Babin. So am I pronouncing your last name properly?
Yes.
Okay. Will be Emerald. It's like her first month as a coach. Emerald tomorrow. Woo! Congrats, girl. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's bring the noise. Lauren, take us out.
Okay. So just 2 things before we start. Trent, the 2 things that really spoke to me, and I was like, when I watched this, I've watched this 5 times already. Legends are ordinary people with determination. You don't need to be a legend. You just need to have determination. You write the book, but the book is going to slap you in the face and it's going to close and you're going to lose your page and you need to get back on there. But you need to be determined that whatever happens, you keep going. The other one is broken crayon, still color. I mean, come on. All right. So this leads into my topic. I'm sorry, I get so excited. Focus on impact. Impact is your word. So we are giving you tips for February, but the majority of these tips are tips that are going to help your business moving forward. So impact. Don't worry and get drowned about, I think Tash and I both have had this in the past, that we get so focused on like, I need that next Success Club point. And that becomes our brain. And then that takes over if we're not doing our personal development and if we're not focused on the impact. So don't worry necessarily about what Success Club point you're at and the impact. And we're going to give you in team pages so that will intrinsically, is that the right word? That will already just happened. It will already happen. The Success Club will happen. The income will happen. Your impact will happen because you're doing the things we're telling you to do. Does that make sense? I would get overwhelmed if you're like me with needing to hit the prize, needing to hit Success Club, needing to hit a certain income goal. And I would forget about the impact I really wanted to make and the reason I'm doing it, my why. Tash will talk about that. If you forget about these things, your conversations will change. The way that you approach your posts will change. The why, focus on your impact and let that be the thing that leads you into Team Cup. What do you want to achieve? Yes, write down your Success Cup points because guys, like balls to the walls, y'all. But what is the impact that you want to make this month? How many people do you want to help? How much do you want to help them? How much do you want to move them forward? Okay, darn it, my Wi-Fi. Okay, Tash next is going to talk about focus. Nope, Power Hour, just go.
Going, but before I go, one of the things that like Lauren mentioned, both of us have gotten in these like mindset traps of focusing on the number and losing the person. And when you stop that and you shift back to being person focused and person first, everything else falls into place. So when you start your Power Hour, what we do, guys, like Amy, I know you sent me a message about this week, but like what we do and the potential impact we have on people's lives is like huge. And that you can't lose sight of that because what we're doing like really impacts somebody and you can really change somebody's life. So please don't go into a conversation with the mindset of, oh, I have to talk to this person today. No, it should be you get to talk to this person today. You get to leave a mark on their life. You get to leave a mark on their soul, and that's amazing. So before you start your Power Hour, go in with the mindset of how am I going to serve today? What am I going to do to serve this person? And that, like, let that be your focus. I hope that makes sense. I have like all the chills. Okay, Power Hour. So like Lauren mentioned, we're going to be sharing with you guys a structured Power Hour each day. You don't have to complete that specific Power Hour. If you found one that you love and like it's your jam, please go back to that. We're just sharing with you a structured power hour, because it kind of guides you through like, okay, set a timer, do this task, set a timer, do this task, set a timer, do this task. For my brain, it helps me keep on track, because otherwise I can get squirrel brain, and then 45 minutes later and I'm still connecting with people. And then like 45 minutes has gone by and I haven't done anything else in my task. So it just helps with organizing your day and organizing your power hour, so that you're accomplishing all that you're accomplishing in the day. But if you find one along the way that you love, and it speaks to you and it makes you happy and makes your soul happy, then stick with it. For me, like in our team page, I have 2 in there that I love, and Amy's laughing at me. I love Kim Fitzpatrick. She's like my soul sister, even though she has no idea who I am. I love her. And her power hour speaks to me because it's like, she does. She speaks to me because it's like she talks the way that I talk, and I video message people all the time, and I voice message people all the time, but that might not be Alicia's jam, or that might not be Eva's jam, right? So you just have to figure out what it is that speaks to you and then stick with that consistency. The reason why is it makes you more productive, and it makes you more intentional with your time, and it makes you it helps you be more intentional and productive so that you're reaching your goals faster during the month. So the one that I really love is, besides Kim, obviously, is the other one that's in our team page. And the reason I like it, especially for new coaches, Lauren, I don't know if you have this one in your team page. Let me find the name of it. I'm terrible with names. I know that's hilarious because I'm a speech pathologist, but I can't remember people's names for the life of me. Where is it?
Is it kombucha?
Kombucha? No.
Not her name. You know who I'm talking about.
I actually don't connect with Moira at all.
She has a really good team call, but
Taryn Jones.
Yes, hers is good. I did it today.
So good. So she's good because what I love about her, especially for new coaches, is she really like segments, and she gives you like specific tasks and times it, and then walks you through how to do it. So that's a really great one if you're new, or if you're just trying to get back into things and you're trying to get your feet wet with a power hour. It's awesome. We can share it in our Team Cup threads if you guys don't have access to it. But that's why. So pick up power hour and stick to it and be consistent, because it honestly just makes you more consistent and more intentional with your time. Did you have anything else to add, Lauren?
No, that's it. Like I am someone exactly like Tash. Like I will like dive into something and be so like into it that literally it's like, where did the day go? I got to get the kids off the bus, and all I've done is sent out 8,000 of this. And so I've really found that doing power hours really focuses it. And if you're someone who doesn't like to do a guided power hour, then write down the tasks that you need to do, follow the business activity tracker, and set your alarm on your phone. That's what I did last night. Husband and I watched a movie, and then I was like, listen, I need 30 minutes. And I set 5-minute power blocks, and I did the things I needed to do an extra power hour last night, which was a power half hour. And that's fine. If you're someone who needs to break it up and time block your power hour, then remember where you finished your power hour. If you're doing a guided one, and pick it back up. Do that all the time. So, and Tash does that too.
The Taryn one is really good for that, right? Like the Taryn one, because she breaks it up so easily, you can totally time block that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just, you can do it your own way for what fits your life. And if you need help, just reach out to Tash or I, and we will help you figure it out. But it's key to success and not being attached to your phone all day as well. That's like huge, to not be attached to your phone. Okay. You're up for questions.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
I will do. Yeah. Okay. So once you start having conversations with people, especially if you're new, this can be really scary. And I think Lauren and I shared our combos with Lindsay for like the first 7 months or 8 months of our business. And literally we would screenshot our conversations and share them, because that's how we learned. And that's how we learned how to like communicate with people. But our biggest tips for you are to listen more. So be an active listener instead of being the expert. So instead of verbal diarrheaing, which I did for a long time, sit back and ask questions. So ask questions more instead of giving the answer and giving the answer and giving ideas and say, this is what you need and this is being amazing and blah, 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 blah. Once you go down that rabbit hole, it's really hard to backpedal from there. Shannon, I'm just reading your comment. Yes, you shared your convos with me forever, right? And now and we even did like a one-on-one call at one point to be like, okay, show me your conversations. Where is it breaking down? And we kind of figured it out. And now like I don't even remember the last time you shared a conversation with me, right? You just learn. That's what you do. Okay, so the 3 tips is when someone says to you, like you've invited them and they say, yes, I'm interested. Okay, awesome. You need to ask questions at that point. Don't go right into what your group is all about. Don't go into what the challenge pack is all about. You need to find out them. You need to find out about them and what their struggles are in order to know how to help them. Not every single challenge pack is going to be the best for every single person. So you have to figure out what their struggles are and what their story is to be able to kind of figure out what the best option is for them. So if you were at the Ottawa Secret Saturday, you already know these tips. And Michelle P-File gave an amazing talk about the strategy of being an active listener and why it's so important, because oftentimes people don't feel heard a lot in our society anymore. People are so quick to just keep going and moving on with the conversation that they don't feel heard. So the first question I always ask people when they say, yes, I'm interested, tell me more, I usually say, that's amazing. I'm so excited to talk to you about this. What are some challenges you're facing right now in your health and fitness? And then I shut up. I zip it. I let them respond to me. I let them tell me what their struggles are. And then when they give me their struggles, I do the feel, felt, found approach. What's up, Alicia?
I'm falling asleep, so I'm gonna finish watching this tomorrow morning after
Sounds
my
good.
workout.
All
So
right.
thank you guys for recording it, and I'll see everybody after. I desperately need some sleep. Tired mama with pink eye going through the house over here.
All good, Mama.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Where's my head?
Feel, felt, found.
They've responded to you and they give you like what their struggles are. They talk to you about what their struggles are. So at that point, you're going to do the feel, felt, found approach. So, oh my God, Taryn, I totally understand how you feel. I actually felt the same way after Nora was born. I felt X, Y, and Z. What I actually found was X, Y, and Z. So that helps kind of be more relatable to the person you're speaking to. And it also shows them that you've listened to what they've told you. After that, you want to know, okay, your next question to them is, if I could wave a wand in the next 2 to 3 months with my help, what would you achieve? And then stop talking and wait for them to respond to you. And then after they respond to you, you're going to literally reiterate what she just told you or what they just told you. You're going to kind of pare it back and just say, okay, did I get that right? And yes, okay, awesome. So here's what I think would be the best option for you, and here's why. Here's your goals, here's how I can help you. Does that make sense, you guys? And then it's more them talking and you helping them find solutions without like verbal diarrheaing all the options. Okay, I think that's what we had on the list. Hey, Lauren, what you're going to talk about? Maybe, do you want to talk about third-party tools first?
Sure. I was going to add on, the reason why you want to ask these questions is also so that they feel like they're listened to. Yeah. Which all of you guys probably coming into this, you just wanted someone to like help you, but you wanted someone to hear you. Yeah. And everybody on this call is a woman. We just want to be heard. We just want them to know what's wrong with us and why are we feeling this way. We just want to be heard and felt and found and saved.
Found.
So, and this allows us to know, they call them the pain points, which I don't necessarily like, but it's a pain point. It's the thing that's driving them bananas that isn't helping, that they're struggling with, and then you're able to help them. So third-party tools, so you don't verbal diarrhea, which has literally changed my business by using the third-party tools. I have 2 that I use literally every single day. One of them is like the Beachbody On Demand, what it looks like. It's the trailer for Beachbody On Demand. For my team who's in here, it's in the unit section under third-party tools. Super easy to find. I think the same for Tash.
Yeah.
So like that is gold. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I share a quick video of what it actually will look like if you sign up? And then I send them that and I go, can't wait to hear what you think. And then they watch it and some people are like, oh my God, that's amazing, but it's probably way too expensive. Or, oh my God, that's amazing. Or, oh yeah, I've heard of Beachbody. My friend does Beachbody. You know, like you're going to get those answers and then you can start some communication from there. But either way, it just really lets them get excited, see what it is. And it's such a good tool. For the coaching, I think both of us use the same one. I forget her name as well. She's got huge guns. And she like, it's kind of like a quick video. I think it's 4 minutes about sums up what coaching is. And she does such a good job. Like I couldn't do that. I'm sure I could, but she does such a good job with it and it's not me. So it's kind of nice to share that with someone else. So I use like that in my comments. Can I share a quick video about what I do as a coach for you? I have my own tools that I use as well with my coach story. Tash has the same thing that you can share along in the conversation, but it really does give a gist of like, is this something they might be interested in or not? So third-party tools, like what is Shakeology? All those stuff. I had a client who is already a client and she was like, I think I really want to hop back on the Shakeology train again. I can't remember what's in it. I don't know all the things that are in it. Have you seen the bag? It's like all the goodness of life is in there. What is it? Shakeology is like magic in a bag, life in a bag. It's my son's favorite line. But like there's an amazing Darren O'Lee video about what Shako is. It's got a music. What did I say his name? O'Lee. O'Leek? What's his name?
I died. I read Shannon's comment and I legit almost choked on my saliva. That was hilarious.
I didn't read it. So anywho, his video is so good. It's got good music in the background. It gives people the feels and it really just stop laughing, Dash.
I can't. Okay, let's just give some context here. If you look in the chat, Shannon said, who is this? I just searched big jugs.
Guns.
Big
Guns.
pipes, like
Guns.
arms.
Like you have big guns, Shannon. No, not don't search that.
I'm sorry.
I will share it with
search
you.
it. I wanted to know, like legit, I want to know who the video is. So I said, what do we do? Just search big jugs? But I thought you said jugs. Did you say guns?
Guns. I'll
Totally
share
heard
it
Doug
later.
too. I heard Doug too.
Sorry.
Guys, sorry, guns. Okay. So that's my third-party combo. Anything you want to add about that?
So I do things a little bit differently, and you kind of just get the sense for what works best for you at the beginning. And the cool thing is that when you're using third-party tools, it shows them, like when you start having a conversation with somebody, like that's when you're kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? You're already like molding them into coaching the moment you start talking to them. So if you are trying to be the expert right from the beginning, they're going to be like, I can't do that. I don't know any of that stuff, right? But when you're using third-party tools, it's easier for them to see that they could do it too, because you're using something that's outside of yourself, right? So the guns video, I just don't connect with her at all.
Oh, I do. Love her.
I don't connect with her at all. So I just I usually do like a video clip and just give a quick like summary of what coaching is about. And then if they want more information, I share our webinar that we did last month, like that playlist webinar that we have from 180. And I feel like if they're really interested in coaching, they're going to watch that anyway. But that's just me. But otherwise, we do the same thing.
Yep. Sharing combos was something else I was going to quickly chat about. Tash already touched on it, but especially when you're first starting, like honestly, you have no idea how to talk. It's like starting a new language because it really, really is. And you don't know where your jive is. You don't necessarily know who your person is. You just don't have the lingo. It doesn't flow off your tongue normally and naturally. So it's really nice. And we both like used Lindsay, like she said, at the beginning to help us with the conversations. And now our coaches do the same. And we're like, oh my God, look how far we came. Good for us. But like, honestly, share those combos. Christina, I think, is on here. Yes, Christina's on here. She's a brand new coach. She's been sharing conversations and we've been bouncing things back and forth. And it's just super, super helpful to have that extra insight or that extra just person on the outside being able to help with the conversations. So don't feel like your needing help is not, you're not worthiness or whatever you want to put, whatever title you want to put on it. Just, we're here to help. And that is huge and was huge for both of us when we first started.
And I feel like if one person, like if, like, I was super nervous to share my combos at the beginning, but you learn from each other, right? So like the more you share, the more you learn and you see how that response happens, if that makes sense.
Totally. And different people respond differently.
Totally. Yeah.
Like Tash and I are very, very similar, which is why we pretty much run our businesses together. She's my success partner for a reason. But we also still, like, we talk a little differently, right? She's a little bit more PC than I am. But but her people are still a little different than my people. So I might be talking to someone who's more like Tash, and she can help me with a conversation that I'm not progressing with. And I'm not progressing with them because they might not be my normal type of person. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to have another person to bounce it off of in that regards as well.
Totally.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, the last piece we want to chat about, and then we'll open it up for questions, is Home Direct. So especially if you're running for Team Cup, you need to have something on Home Direct, and it can be anything you want as long as it adds up to tiny PV. Oh my God. To 90 PV. So that can be like 2 Energizes and a greens, or 2 Energizes and a hydrate, or anything like that. It can be Strategy, it can be Performance Line. It can be anything you want. And the reason is because to qualify for Success Club, you need to have something on Home Direct. And it makes sense if you think about it in the terms of you're qualifying for Success Club prizes and Success Club trips and earning trip dollars towards trips. Like we all qualified to go for Success Club 2020. I'm not going this year because I have a cruise coming up in November and I'm very sad and I'm having a lot of FOMO about it. I can't talk.
I'm so sad you're not coming with me.
I'm having a really hard time with it. But I've already registered for 2021. So next April, we're going to the Mayan Riviera and I'm very, very excited about it. But to do that, to qualify for that, to earn trip dollars, it's having something on Home Direct. You can still earn a commission without having something on Home Direct. It just helps you earn prizes and stuff like that. So the benefit of it is that, like, if you think about it from a consumer perspective, or your customers or potential customers watching you every day, you want to make sure that what you're sharing is what they're going to receive in the mail if they join with you, right? Like, if you're using a different product, that's cool. Like, if you don't want to use the product, you don't have to, but think about like your authenticity. So if you want to be the product of the product and you want people to, like, if you want to help people with everything, then you should be sharing and they should be seeing what they're going to get if they join in with you. Hey, Jody.
Hey, Jody. Hi. I'm so excited.
So like, for example, like, let's say you use a different pre-workout. You're not an energized person. I probably wouldn't share your like branded, your pre-workout if it's a different color, right? Because then if someone jumps in with you with a challenge pack and they're like, hey, why is mine yellow and yours is pink or whatever? That's going to be very confusing for them. And it's going to come across as like inauthentic, if that makes sense. So just like be a product, whatever product you're using, believe in that product. You don't have to use every single product, but find one that speaks to you, that you love, that you want to share, and share that, if that makes sense. Am I making sense?
You're making sense.
Okay. Yeah, you just want to be authentic in what you're sharing. So like if you're having conversations and talking about a challenge pack, but and the benefits of the challenge pack, but you yourself aren't using some of the products, then it's confusing for people when they're ordering with you. That's all. Okay. Did you want to add to that, Lauren?
Yeah, the other thing, just committing.
Fine.
Okay, committing to a program. So
yes. Mm-hmm.
Especially in February, if you're doing a Team Cup, if you're new on here and you're new coach, thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited. But if you are on Team Cup, like, you are committing your hot ass to a program for this entire month. Because if you're not, like, people aren't going to want to hop on the train if they don't see you slaying. And you could be doing bar, which is low impact, or you could be doing 6 weeks of the work and dying like an MF. Like, you can do whatever you want to do, but commit to a program, because that's your success. It makes you feel a F ton better when you are moving your body every single day. And when you are moving it with, I'm forgetting the word, but like with a reason. There's a better word for that. That's like so much more impactful. But
intention.
Yes.
Intention.
Moving your body with intention every single day is going to change your mindset. That was the other thing we forgot to talk about. I'll add in. So print out that calendar, figure out what program you still got time, what program you're starting, and ticking that off every single day. It's also another thing to share on social media every single day. That's so easy. Click, did my workout today. Then a picture of your workout. And then if you want to have so much fun, you do like energize videos, and that gets you really excited for your workout, because you might not want to do the workout. It's this whole big thing. But guys, like, do the things, because that's what's going to light you up. And then at the end, people are going to follow you on your journey, and they're going to want to hop on because they see your transformation, not just in your body, but your mind. Tash and I have both had many, many months where our body doesn't change, and maybe we have setbacks. But people are buying our lifestyle. Yes, the product comes with it and all the amazing gifts that we have to share with people, but they're buying the lifestyle that we are sharing with them and our honesty. We are both very honest people on social media. I have to say that hugely about Tash and I. Is that we are very raw for the most part in how we are feeling, especially on our stories, and what's going on and how we move through it. So just show up, be the product of the product, be raw, be authentic, push yourself outside your comfort zone, because that's going to be the thing that like spurs your business on like 8,000 times forward. And then personal development. Everybody, I mean, people, what do you, okay, I'm being quiet.
Before,
go.
No, this is just me having a thought.
Okay.
I have a thought. I need like a light bulb to turn on. Before you go into PD, which is like fire. I love PD. So the other really important thing is like committing to a program, like Lauren said, but also committing to a date, like a start date. Because then when you're having conversations with people, it's a lot easier to like create momentum and create like FOMO. And one of the ways that I do that is sharing like a list of like 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 people who are joining. And then like as soon as someone decides to jump in with you, you put their name or their handle, and then whoever you're having conversations with, like what I usually do is, even if I don't have spots 2, 3, and 4 claimed, I'll write pending if I'm having conversations with like 3 people, because then it shows that you're like, it's moving forward and they want to move forward with you. So that's where your market planning
or sure.
Marketing?
Sure.
Marketing. No. My brain. There's a word where you plan your month ahead. Anyway, plan your month ahead. Pick a date. Pick a date because it'll help you build that momentum. So like this week, I'm looking ahead at February and planning my February out of when I'm having my free group, when my prep week is going to start for my new group, when our new group is going to start, when our sneak peek, our coach sneak peek is, and when our new mentorship is for our team. And so if you're on my team, we're going to have like, I'll do a live about that. We'll talk about that. There'll be a new graphic in our team page that kind of outlines all that stuff. But it's important to do that because that also creates that momentum for people. Okay. PD.
It's life. It's everything. It is literally, if you're not doing it, you're not going to succeed in the business.
It's true.
Like that. It's honestly like, I didn't do it. I will be completely honest with you guys. I thought it was like a thing that like people did who had like tons of time, or that like people who were strange did. Like it wasn't something that was on my radar. It wasn't something I wanted on my radar. But people kept saying in the business in my first 3 months, I dove deep in the business. but I hadn't been doing personal development, and it did take off and things were going well, but I could not have come, and Tash and I both couldn't have come where we've come if we didn't change our mindset and constantly work on it.
And share it.
And these are some of the nuggets that we put into our posts as well. But these are the things that honestly will change your life. Any of the mamas on here, it will change how you speak to your children and those who have husbands and wives and partners. It will change how you speak to your partners.
True.
This is why you like it's not just your business, it's your life. It will change your life. And when you change your life, you change your business because it becomes positive. And because it forces you to constantly work on yourself. And just doing your personal development today, and tomorrow might be a great day, but I'm telling you, if your business starts kind of sucking, it's because you're not doing enough personal development and in the topic you need. Yes. Light bulb.
Yes. And okay, so if you're like me, which if you're on my team, you are like me, I am really good at doing PD when life is really shitty because it's how I pull myself out of shitty times. But where I struggle is continuing with PD even when life is good. Does that make sense? Because oftentimes, like, it's the same thing with your fitness. You start to feel good. Oh, I can slack a day. Oh, I can slack on the weekend. Oh, I can slack on this. But that snowballs, and it snowballs really quickly for me. And the first thing to go is my mindset. And when my mindset goes, I start comparing myself to other coaches. I start doubting myself in my posts, which like paralyzes me with my writing. I start doubting myself in my conversations with people. And then everything shit hits the fan. And that's what happened to me in October and November. It did. Like I stopped doing PD because I was like, I feel good. And then I like hit rock bottom and I had to start from scratch and restart like my PD movement. So it's true. Like even when you feel like you're good, you got to commit to PD every day, even if it's just reading a couple pages or two, or what I've started to do this month, which really, really helps me is I don't listen to the trainers on the workouts anymore. I put my earphones in or I have it on my Google Home Mini and I play motivational playlists. And I have a Spotify account. You can follow me. I have a motivational playlist on there that I listen to every single morning with my workout. And it's life. It's how I get extra PD in. And it's like, it's amazing. Okay, light bulb out.
I don't know where to go from here now.
Sorry.
Your light bulb turned off my light bulb. No, I'm kidding. Just honestly, personal development is life. It's changed my life. It's changed Task's life. If you've been a coach with us for a while and you've been doing it, I mean, Kelsey already posted, it's everything. Like it digs you out of dark times and good times. It just makes you rise higher. So you got to do the PD.
I think you were talking about mindset too, right?
Yeah. I mean, mindset's everything. You're going to have so many things pop up. Even me this last week, I've had like a few things pop in my head where I'm like, shush, like be quiet. And also finding a person who you can bounce that off of, who can shut it up for you. Which, like, because you might not be strong enough. That PD might not be strong enough, but someone else to put you in your place is also super helpful. Like Success Club buddies are like life. Like Tash and I and Aaron are like a unit. And that holds us together, and it's your extra bit of mindset and your extra bit of help to put you in place and keep you whole.
And that's what the little team cup chats are for too, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're struggling, post in there. We want it to be like a little mini community. So we want you to use it like a little Success Club pod. And I think like one of the biggest like quotes that really sit with me is if you are going to have the audacity to dream a big dream and to dream a big life, you better do the work behind it. Because you guys, like all of us, each and every single one of you have greatness inside you. You may not feel that way right now, but you do. And you only tap into that greatness when you're consistent. And you show up for yourself and you show up for your goals every single day. Doesn't mean that you have to do everything, all the things, and you don't give yourself some grace, because some days you have to give yourself some grace and that's okay. But I please promise me that if you're going to dream, and we want you to dream, you got to have the work ethic to go behind that dream as well.
Yep.
Okay.
I love it. That's amazing. Perfect.
Anything, like any questions. Just unmute yourself and ask them. Alicia's probably like, what is happening? What are you talking about? I'm on day 2 of mentorship. What is happening? You will learn all this.
Nobody, come on.
Awkward silence.
Can someone take a screenshot? Because I'm on my iPhone.
Yes, I can take. Do you want a boomerang or a screenshot?
I don't care. Both.
I don't care. I don't care. Okay, boomerang. I think those are more fun.
Oh, God. What are we doing?
No, whatever. Okay,
This is
ready?
me. Awkward, guys.
Shocker. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
I love
I
it.
never get it.
It looks like I'm yawning in mine, but that's fine. Whatever. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. And I hope it like set some fire. And I hope you're excited about February. We're super, super pumped about February.
I cannot wait to do this with you guys. It's going to be an amazing month for each and every one of us.
Yay.
Yay!
Hey, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Love
Bye,
you
guys.
guys.
Thanks so much, girls.
Bye, guys. Mwah.
Bye.